Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's day 11 of Inktober and today's prompt is wonder. Not wonder like I'm wondering what happened, wonder like wander around. So I'm drawing a wandering smurf. He's got his little hobo bag on a stick and just whistling along as he traipses around, wandering wherever, right? I love drawing cartoon characters, not just because they're easier to draw and minimal in all their kind of lines and features, but also because they allow you to be more playful with the line work, where some are thicker and some are thinner and they don't have to all be specifically the same. But there's something beautiful about the very specific simplicity of them as well, because I imagine a lot of hard work has gone into making them look that simple. Which it was initially done because these cartoons were hand animated, so each drawing was done by someone, and the simplicity was needed in order to be able to produce that large quantity of images. I mean, I don't know if this specific cartoon was originally hand animated, but that's where cartoons kind of come from. That's the history of them and how they were drawn, throughout time. Nowadays, obviously this is probably done in software, and it's possibly easier to do more complicated characters, which we see in various cartoons and games. But there's still something just essentially beautiful about the simplicity that they hold. They're able to, in the most minimal way, portray specific actions and emotions that we can immediately relate to. Anyway, this is my drawing for day 11 of Inktober, Wonder. The Scrawltober prompt for today is bison, and I don't think there's any two ways to kind of interpret this one. It's a bison, it's an animal. It's a beautiful animal, but I don't think we have them in my part of the world. So I had to look up a few reference images just to get a good idea of what they look like. It's basically a really large kind of long-haired cow. Slightly struggling with the proportion, so it's not something you realize while you're doing it, but then once you see the kind of head and it feels like that's too big, I gotta readjust and kind of position it a little bit better. That's pretty much why I always start my drawings with a pencil sketch. Even if I'm sure of what something looks like, there's always the possibilities of getting the proportions wrong, and it's just so much easier to adjust things with a pencil. I decided I'm going to do this drawing with pastel pencils. Because in my experience they tend to be the best thing for doing animal fur, so even though this isn't specifically pastel paper, they should still go down well and blend out well, as I've already done pastel drawing this month, so I kind of know that this paper is good enough for it. Again, I'm starting by adding large blocks of color that I'm going to blend out and then work on adding the details on top of those. I'm paying attention to the light and dark areas here, but only in as much as treating them as the base layer that the details of the fur are going to go on top of. I'm blending these out with a paper stump, and once I can see the main chunks of color, I'm adding a little bit of detail into the small areas like the horns and the snout, because I kind of want to see the contrast of what they're going to be, even though they might still need an extra layer to deepen the color after I've done some of the fur details. Now, I'm sure you noticed that my bison doesn't have any hooves or feet or whatever, legs. That's mainly because the last time I tried to draw a large animal, I think it was a buck, I spent so long trying to correct the feet that it just kind of ruined my drawing. So I'm basically gonna cheat a little bit and put him into a field of tall grass where you can't see his legs. For one, I think it's quite plausible, but also I think I'm allowed to occasionally cut corners and simplify my life. Now, the fur markings and the eyes are basically what bring any animal drawing to life, so it's really important to pay attention to the direction of hair growth when you're putting down fur markings. They can make a world of difference to your drawing. And also, I always try to leave a tiny little white sparkle in the eye and add a couple of lashes if at all possible. It brings the eyes to life, and it brings basically the whole drawing to life. Such a small thing can play such a big part. Now, just deepening some of the shadows in the fur, and also gonna have to add a little bit of detail into the grass. I don't need to do this for the entire field because what's behind them sort of falls away into the background. It's only the front portion that needs any amount of detail to kind of bring it forward and show you that it's in the front. Well, that's it. That's my drawing for Bison, Scrawltober Day 11. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more daily art. Thanks, see you soon!